and we look at him like he's some type of underachiever. We never believe that he received degrees from college or held jobs of white collar. So why bother to think twice when you toss spare change like dice into his bucket? Feeling lucky. It's like your last dime lands on the heads, the nickels on tails. He passes time, sits on his tail with his pail, looks ill, face is pale and tails more like yells his life story, but still, you want to ask, when did it happen? What was that defining moment when he could no longer afford to eat a meal, decides to swallow his pride, held up this sign, will work for food? God bless. The R in work written backwards, one S on bless. Remnants of a mind dyslexic. So the next time you journey down that highway's exit and do your charitable deed for the week and think that you're better off not to be in his shoes, and not due to the holes in the souls of them, but due to the hole in the soul of him, your statement, please rethink. Because through arrogance, you fail to realize that every time you fax a resume, it's like you're actually saying the same thing. Will work for food, slave for food, behave in a particular way at this workplace for food. Meanwhile, Mr. Nobody with the sign, he reminds you of those commercials with the African kids where 39 cents a day could work wonders. And since you've never been humble enough to eat from a dumpster, you can't fathom the thought that he doesn't want your skewed and confused views of American dreams. And he refused to be used and lured into living this lavish life of lusting over luxuries, leaving him with leftovers. So no, he doesn't want your house and $300,000 of debt. He don't need your cars and $40,000 of debt. He could care less about a credit card and $10,000 of debt, yet content with the sign owing nobody a dime? Priceless. And where he even get the crayons and markers to write these marks on cardboard, subliminal messages like wife and kid left him, ex-Vietnam veteran, his life is better than yours. Because you bust your ass for $15 an hour. And he sits on his and gets $15 of our money every hour. And though he'd happily work for food, he's been strategized not to, because the highway off-ramps earn more than the four-way stops. So like gangbangers fight for blocks, the homeless fight for corners. And there ain't nothing better than a red light in a left turn lane on a Sunday morning, because the Lord loves a cheerful giver. So while you watch your income dwindle from gross to net to disposable and discretionary, he's learned that life lessons vary, and life lessons carry him to the crosswalk of the intersection of 2nd and 9th. Or was that really the intersection of the rest of his life? Because that night, he decided to never again work for this or work for that, or work to pay rent, or work to pay tax, or work to buy clothes, or work to buy shoes. From now on, he only worked for food.